Hi, my name is Kathy, and today with us we have Don Mackintosh. And today, Don, what we're going to talk about? How about rest?
We're going to talk about rest.
Great.
And you know, people today just don't get enough rest.
They don't.
In America, how many people do you suppose are struggling with rest or insomnia issues just even today?
Oh, just in my family alone, I know of 3 people.
And you just multiply your family by many, many multitudes. It's actually about 60 million people in America that are struggling with rest today. And one of the reasons is we have all kinds of artificial light. We're not getting the rejuvenation that we need. So, you know, we'll stay up late and we just have all kinds of problems. Have you ever had problems going to sleep?
Yes, I have, when stress and things going on. And when I was younger, I drank a lot of caffeine, so of course that probably triggered a lot of it off too.
Sure, that interrupts, you know, the sleep cycles, and of course people will drink that to stay awake, and that does cause problems. Well, I want to talk about just several real practical things concerning rest, things you can do at home. And you know, some of these things, we shared. Dr. Nedley, you know, here works at NEWSTART, and some of the other physicians. And some of these things are just very practical things we do here at the program or in another program called Depression Recovery. And one of them is to make sure that we get enough melatonin. And of course, melatonin is a hormone substance that is secreted by a little tiny gland in the middle of your brain. It's called the pineal gland. It kind of looks like a pine cone. And that tiny little gland will secrete this, but guess what? It only will secrete that hormone when it's completely dark.
Now, for those people that don't know about exactly what melatonin is, where do they get that from? How do they go through?
Well, the body makes it. It's like a hormone, and it's made by the body, and you have to eat the right substances to make that. And I'll come back to that in a little bit. But complete darkness is just essential to make that melatonin, and it's best made before the hours of midnight. So if you go to bed, say 11:30. Your melatonin moments are not really that great. But if you go to bed, you know, before midnight, several hours, then you get some real good melatonin production. That's just one thing. Another thing is just get up with the sun. If you get up with the sun, when the sun gets up, this is a great thing. It resets your clock. And some people, in fact, when we're dealing with folks that are dealing with depression, we'll give them light therapy, 20 minutes in the sun. And if they're still having problems with insomnia, sometimes around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we give them an artificial lamp that they can get, or else go out in the sun and they get more light therapy.
So how long does your body take to make it? In a 24-hour period, 2 days, 3 days?
Every day. It's kind of like, you know, one of these circadian rhythms. Every day you need to rest and then get up and rest and get up. And of course the body then needs weekly rest. But back to this melatonin, you have to have the right chemicals to make it in your body. And I mean, I think sometimes you don't need to stress out about all these big words. You just have to eat the right kind of foods. But to make melatonin, they have this fancy name for something that you have to make it, and that's tryptophan. And tryptophan is just basically in food that you should be eating anyway. Like, well, lots of people around the world that eat rice. And rice, you know, of course, brown rice is better for you, but it's high in tryptophan. Pumpkin seeds are excellent tryptophan sources. Then anything that's like with soybeans, like tofu, is an excellent source as well. Almonds, do you like almonds?
Oh, I love almonds, yes.
Like, what kind of almonds do you like? You like them roasted? You like them?
Anywhere, I like them roasted,
Yeah.
anyways.
They're a great nut.
A little bit salted.
They're a great nut, yeah, they're a great nut. Well, easy on the salt, but you know, a little salt's good for you.
Okay.
But not a lot. Then also the walnuts as well. Walnuts are very good in that. So that doesn't sound too bad, right?
No.
And that gives you the building blocks for not only melatonin, but also serotonin. And the serotonin's made during the day, makes you happy, and the melatonin's made at night, and it restores. You see, when you go to sleep at night, it's not like your body doesn't have anything to do. It's like, okay, I went to sleep, let's repaint this, and let's do this, let's fill up the oil, let's do this, let's get the car running again. This is why you just, you need rest. It's not like it's an active thing. So after that, you need to eat those foods that are high in that. Another good thing is, what do you suppose? Moderate exercise. Why do I say moderate?
Just walking or something gentle, not too much before bed?
Right. Moderate exercise would be excellent because you don't want to overdo it. If you do overdo it, then, you know, that's too much of a good thing. So, you know, there's a lot more that I could talk about rest, but these are just some practical tips. And really dark, and get up with the sun, exercise, and the right foods that give you good rest.
Great. Well, thank you, Don. That was great information. Join us for next time and visit our website at newstart.com for more information on this subject.